How are y'all this morning? I wanted to do a video this morning because I came up with a good subject. Sometimes it takes a while when you're old and dumb, worn out. Yesterday I did a video on the different types of materials that pipes are made of. And one that I realized there aren't really a whole lot of good information type videos on because people don't give it the proper respect that they're due, I think, is clay, the clay pipe. There's lots of little tidbits because I do smoke clay. A lot of guys they may have a clay pipe, they bear it's a novelty or whatever. They're not. They're not a novelty. They are a very viable and decent, doable pipe. This one right here is an old German. I got it through smokingpipes.com. Okay. And their molds for their pipes have belonged in their family 300-400 years, some of the molds. And they're not the only ones who make clay pipes. They're just a pretty predominant one. And they're a family that's been making clay pipes for 200, 300, maybe 400 years. And they're in Germany, hence the name. This is one of them. I believe this is a 19th century mold. This is actually, I'm getting ready to smoke this one. This one's actually a really good little pipe. It smokes nicely. You notice I'm holding it. When it's lit, I found that the bowl on pipes gets really hot. So you have things to hold on to. I like holding on to the claw. Okay. You'll notice right here that I've got beeswax. When I get a clay pipe, because I've been smoking them on and off since the 80s, in their late 80s, early 90s, I did a lot of living history, a lot of 18th century stuff. One thing that I learned, and I came to conclusion with, the texture of clay against your lips is very unpleasant. So, and this is something that they did with cutty pipes and stuff. I'll get into them in a minute. But what I'll do when I get a new clay pipe, is I'll put a pipe cleaner in it. I'll melt down some beeswax, and I dip it in there, get it surrounded, let it kind of dry up, then pull that out. If your pipe breaks when this happens, then your pipe wasn't properly kilned. They didn't get it hot enough, so that's why you want to get them from reputable, someone who's been making them for, I don't know, maybe a couple of 100 years. Not some schmuck like me who makes them in the backyard, because clay pipes that I make, they're not really well kilned. They're not taken up to like 1,100-1,200 degrees. Anyways, but this makes it far more pleasant to the lips when you're smoking. And before I light up, well, let's go ahead and light up. Light my tamper. I got this one off of Estee. A young man makes them, custom makes them. And it's a big fat hair. I love it. Anyways, getting back to the clay pipes. This one here, this is that one I told you about that is in the Sherlock Holmes series. And so that little nip that acts like the claw. These are really nice smoking pipes. This has got a very small bowl. This old German, and this one here, this is a cutty. You notice once again, all my clays that have got clay stem and mouthpiece, I've got beeswax on, including that one. Now, These short little cutties, these are workmen's pipes, sailors' pipes and stuff. One thing I learned years ago, in fact, I did this also with a real short corn cob someone gave me on a job site, that job site up north. We're working in the winter. I'll get them packed well, not overpacked because you want draw. I'll get it lit, then I turn it upside down so I could smoke while I was working, so my hands were free. Well, that's going to dump out all the ash. Well, loose ash, yeah. Well, you're working the job. Don't care. You want to get dirty. This is back when we could smoke on job sites. That went out. The whole idea when smoking a pipe is you're defying nature in a way. What you're doing is you're forcing a fire to burn upside down. Think about it. When you light a fire in a fireplace or campfire, whatever, the fire goes on the bottom. You light it and the fuel burns its way up. The pipe, you light your fire on top. Through your draw, you're getting that fire to do something it really doesn't want to do. Getting it to burn down. The opposite direction of what it's meant to do by nature. Hence why pipes tend to go out a lot. Anyways, okay, here is another longer, people like call them, well, it's a tavern pipe. Yeah, there's old taverns, but the original names of them were church wardens. This one I got from Jazz Townsend and Son. I got several from them, and they tend to, if you watch it, look at this one's got a slight bend kick to it. I think they get a lot of seconds. Theirs don't sell for a whole lot of money, but they get a lot of seconds. So when you get a pipe from them and from other settlers, look your pipe over real close. You may find kinks in it. You may find the bowl isn't perfect. You may find, like this one, when they ran the wire up in it, because they put these in molds, and then they press down to get the bowl. And then they take a wire and they run a wire up the center of that. Well, it's just still wet clay. Sometimes, like this one, it poked out the back. No one caught that. Well, when I got it, which means it's smokable, well, I was also making clay pipes at the time. So I took a little bit of clay, forced it in that hole, lit it up, smoked it. That cooked it. It works fine now. But clay pipes are a good smoke. Now, here's one. This is a trade pipe, some could call it, long hunter's pipe. Natives had them also. This is not the original stem. The original stem long fell out. But it is a piece of river cane. It's not it's not a really good one to put in there, but it does the job. This I used to smoke as well. It's called a loss-up piece. But right here, they were pretty good. They were pretty good. They tend to. And one thing about clay breaks. That's just the nature of the beast with them. See, we're not good. I wasn't tending it. Clay will give you your most honest smoke. You'll truly taste the tobacco. No, they don't make them with filters. They don't make them with stingers. But if you're starting out in pipe smoking, definitely get a briar, get a cob, get some clays. They're going to break. They are inexpensive. Because on average, people break them. There are long ones like this, the tips break off because people taking marine actions and taking places. They get broken. They're easily replaceable. They do have some beautiful artwork on them, but they're inexpensive. Back in the 17th, 18th, 19th century, even halfway through the 20th century, in Britain, they were making these things by the billions. They'd make them, they'd fire them, they'd clean them up, they would load them with tobacco, wrap them up in cases, ship them, put them on shipboard, ship them over to the United States and around the colonies. It was like buying a pack of cigarettes. And if your pipe smoke, they're inexpensive. You went got this first disposable commodity, I guess. If it didn't break, you continued to use it until it did break. In Victorian England, in London, when poverty was at its peak, if you were homeless, or if you're among the poor, and you're a beggar or a match salesperson or a thief or whatever, the height of your day, the goal, was to be able to afford a pint and a pipe. Get enough money together to where you could buy yourself a pint of a stout or a porter or something like that. That was more for the nutritional value than the alcohol. The other thing, the pipe, you gave them your pennies. They gave you your pipe. They give you your pint. They hand you a pipe that's already full of tobacco. That helped settle your nerves so you could handle from the stress of the day. So, and that was their goal. Now, as I'm smoking this, it bowls right hot. You notice I can grab it by the claw. It's the same thing with that little nubbin, and it does work. Very nice. That's why these are not pipes to go tramping through the woods with, to go on campsites and wherever. This is something that you keep more around the house. Or if you don't have it, like here, as you're smoking it, you hold it more like a cigar or a long cigarette. You smoke it that way. Folks complain about a lot of things about the stem isn't perfectly round, so it wobbles on me. Well, learning curve to that. Everything in pipes is a learning curve. Yeah. But I do highly recommend to do smoke so nicely. And it's been a while since I smoked this, so I thank you for urging me to or getting me to make this video, because I do enjoy smoking this little thing as well. And you take your time, smoke it right. You'll learn not to bite. You'll learn not to get tongue bite, burn your tongue. If you do get one, don't go ultra cheap and get a cutty, unless you're a seasoned smoker. Because if you're not familiar with smoking pipes, a little short cutty, clay cutty like this will cook your tongue. So, anyways, relight this. They tend not to hold tons of tobacco. A lot of German clays and stuff, or porcelains, but try clay. Let me know what you think of them. We'll chat with you later. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.